Hello everybody and welcome to yet another episode of Flosors World. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Last episode we left things off with the construction of this very big automatic item sorter, and you have seen probably in the time lapse since then I have been sprucing things up just a little bit, just creating some light, a nice floor, and some decorations on top of the chests just to hide all of the redstone. And I've also connected up these input chests, so now every item I wish to store I just put in one of these two chests and they will make their way through the system. And over here I have a chest with all the overflow items, so all of the items that don't have a spot assigned in here, or if the spot is full, the items will make their way into this chest over here. I might expand this, add just a few more chests in the future, but so far this is working. I've tested it and it's working. And yes, I'm genuinely surprised that I managed to replicate all of the redstone without making a single mistake. And I've spent a huge amount of time with assigning and arranging all of these chests. Basically, every item that I sometimes and frequently use, I have a spot for in this storage area, and I still have plenty of room to spare. So every chest over here, the ones with the sticks in and without indication on the side, they are basically undesignated chests, so I still have some room to do some more expansions. Over here are some empty chests as well, but yeah, this has been a tremendous job. Over here we have all the kinds of stone and dirt and sand and gravel and all that. We have the precious ores, we have the nether blocks, we have all of the blackstone swords and variants, we have all of the wood logs, and then all of the things you can make with wood. And some more stuff, the ocean things, the prismarine, all of the leaves and the flowers. Over here we have the mob drops, just some space for my ender pearl, rotten flesh, leather, and some more of the general mob drops. Over here I have a color sorted system for all my wool, and I will also probably in the future add some concrete in the bottom half, so whenever I'm looking for a particular color of something, I always have the green wool and the green concrete over here, or the red or the lime or whatever. Over here I have the redstone bits and the end materials, so, and oh yeah, of course all of the glass and ice, and that's it. It did take me quite a long time to arrange all of this, and I'm still not finished actually. What I need to do now is put all of my items in my current storage in the lookout tower over there. Need to transfer all of them into this storage system over here, just so I have a nicely centralized item management system. But basically all I need to do then is put them in these chests, and the automification will take care of the rest. This is absolutely fabulous. And now for this episode, what I was originally planning on doing today was continuing the work on the super secret underwater research facility, the one with a transformed ocean monument and the guardian farm. I said I was going to make a lot more expansions to that, and I'm still planning on doing so. But now that I have this storage room completely up and running and a little bit decorated already, I kind of feel the urge to start laying out the rest of the giant jungle temple that will come here in the future. And yeah, I think that's just what I'm going to do. It will take probably a long time, and I'm not going to actually start construction on the actual temple itself. I'm just gonna lay out and see just what kind of dimensions we're working with. And to do this, let me just quickly jump into my camera account so it's easier for you to follow just what it is exactly that I am doing. So to get things started, first we need to get rid of the beacon, because it's going to be very much in the way, and then we can sort all of the iron blocks in our new sorting system, and you can see the lights flashing nicely as it makes its way through the sorter. And then in the yellow wool will be the main buildings of this temple. Probably there's going to be multiple buildings connected to each other, and this is going to be the main building with a nice entrance area over there. And then with the blue wool I'm going to lay out the pathways. And these pathways, they will run through the temple, connecting all of the main structures with each other. Over there on the left side now, I am building a side structure. I'm probably going to replicate it on the other side as well. But first, it's time to lay down some more of the pathways, just so I can get a nice overview of where everything will be coming. And I've never actually tried building a large structure like this, first planning it out with different color coded stuff, just so I can get a nice view of how it's going to look. But then again, I've also never attempted a build this large in survival Minecraft, so it's definitely going to be a bit of a challenge for me. So I ran into a bit of difficult terrain, I had to do some quick terraforming, but there is the second building also laid down, and just gotta connect it with some more pathways, and then we are kind of finished. But I was thinking there could be just maybe something extra. It's looking kind of empty. So I was thinking with the magenta wool I could add some other kind of structures, like smaller ornamental structures, not buildings you can actually enter, but something like a statue or something more abstract, or a fountain. Could be anything. Basically, I really need to think about that a bit more. And then the smaller magenta blocks, they are basically going to be pillars surrounding the pathways. And there we have it. I think that's about done. And I've got to say, looking at this, like the all blue, yellow, magenta thing, it's already looking quite nice. I can definitely see a temple structure coming here in the future, and oh my god, this is such a large area. This is definitely the most ambitious build I'm going to attempt ever in Minecraft. Survival or creative mode, never built anything as big as this. So I'm definitely not sure on how it's going to turn out, and you have to bear with me, because I'm going to take things one step at a time. I think I'm probably going to start with central building, and then afterwards the side buildings, and then the pathways, and then perhaps the decorational things over here. And one thing I was thinking, that it's a little bit flat on the back. So perhaps I still might add in some more structures over here later on, but I'm not going to worry too much about that now. What I want to do now is something completely different, something redstoney, and well, actually, there's not going to be a lot of redstone involved. But anyways, I want cactus. I want a lot of cactus, well, because I want, and secondly, because I'm probably going to need a lot of them. And so building a nice cactus farm is probably the way to go. Let us just make way to the Lost City Industrial District we've got going on here. And as you can see, I've already cleared out a nice patch of jungle where this farm is going to come. It's not going to be a very large farm, but it's going to be pretty tall. So I'm going to make several levels of Cactus Farm. And the design I've got in mind is one that I saw in a video by Avomance. I'll put the link to the tutorial in the description. And it's a very nice design. It's 100% lossless, which means that it's going to be probably more efficient. And so how this thing is gonna work? Well, very easy actually. First of all, we're gonna dig out a little space over here, and this one as well. I'm gonna place down my chest over here and put some hoppers going into the chest like this. This is basically the pickup system for all the cactus. And what I'll need next is some rails. Put them on top of the hoppers like this. Then I'll also need some hopper minecarts. And the hopper minecarts, they go right on top of the rails like this. Then we take some temporary blocks. I'll use the grass over here, and some sand as well. We can place the sand on the sides of these temporary blocks above the hopper minecarts. And then the next step will be to remove the rails. And then you can see that the sand block is falling through, glitching through the hopper minecart, and then we can place our cactus on top. And now when cactus grows, it cannot grow, it cannot have a block next to it. Let me just try to show you. As I put a block next to the cactus, it breaks. So what I want to do is take this cactus, put it back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some glass and not here, over here, and right now, when either of these cactus try to grow, they will break. At least the piece that is growing next to this block, it will break, and then we're gonna surround it completely with glass like this. And then whenever the cactus breaks, it will fall down, but before the cactus can break it, because if you throw an object against a cactus, it will break. But because these are hopper minecarts underneath, they can suck the object through an entire block, and thus not breaking the cactus. Let me just demonstrate this by taking a piece of cactus over here and throwing it onto the cactus. There you go, it disappeared. Normally it would have been destroyed, but when we check in our chest, it's right here. And that's basically it. It's very easy to make, and yeah, as I've said before, completely lossless. There's not a single chance that the cactus will break itself. And basically all I've got to do now is replicate this a whole bunch of times. I'm gonna jump into a little time lapse. Also gonna tear this down because I realized I've misplaced it a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna jump into a time lapse and build a whole bunch of these modules, and then we basically have a lifetime supply of cactus, which is very nice. So, hope you enjoy this time lapse. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy. And here we go. End of time lapse, and let's check out our brand new cactus farm over here, shall we? So in the end I've went with 5 levels of cactus, so it's quite a tall structure. I didn't want to make it any taller because otherwise it would be kind of out of proportion with the rest of the buildings over here. And yeah, this baby is working very nicely. In the time of me building this is already the amount of cactus that I've gathered. And I've also been thinking I'm never going to need more than 2 double chests full of cactus. So when these 2 chests are full, all of the cactus will be sent into this composter and also providing me with some bone meal, which is also very nice. And yeah, it's still looking quite strange in the middle of the jungle with the glass and all the hoppers, but don't worry, I am going to definitely put up a nice tower structure around this. It will probably look very nice in the future, but that will have to wait until next episode probably, because right now, my friends, I am very much running out of time for this episode. So what I'm going to do, as is usual when we end our episode, is take a look at the Hall of Subscribers, and over here we find the Book of Subscribers. And if we take this book, let's just skip a few pages. We can see that last episode, episode 23, we were at 25 subscribers. And this episode, which is episode 24, we gained 1 extra subscriber. So I'm very happy to say that we are currently at 26 subscribers, which is very nice. That means 1 extra person has decided to subscribe since last episode, so thank you very much to whoever did so. And if you're watching this episode and you haven't subscribed already, why don't you do so? It would very much help me out and it would be very much appreciated. Do it! I thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. My name has been Flosor, and I will see you next episode. in Flosors World. Goodbye.